Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hiram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hiram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routines. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. Got a new haircut? Not gonna lie, I'm feeling myself. Probably because I was way overdue for a haircut. Mama needed these sideburns gone. Boo-bye. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the most requested brand review on my channel, which I know I say that every time, but it's because you guys just keep resetting the bar. And today I'm going to be talking about the truth about Fourth Ray Beauty, which is the skincare sister brand to ColourPop Cosmetics, which everyone knows. I mean, if you're watching a beauty YouTuber, you definitely know what ColourPop is. I'm not even gonna go there. Fourth Ray Beauty is a brand I recently came across only through you guys because I legit had no idea what the brand was. But after you guys were spamming my comment section so much with requests for me to review this brand, I got to take a look at it. I got to buy a few of the products. Oh shit, I forgot to bring them into my studio. I have to go to the bathroom and get them. Oh, I don't wanna move. Okay, I'll be right back. I was able to go onto the website, look at the products, buy 2 different products from the brand, try them out, and now I am creating this video to tell you guys what my thoughts are on Fourth Ray Beauty as a whole. And if you haven't seen one of these videos where I talk about the truth about a skincare brand, they can get a little shady. I delve right in pretty hard because when it comes to ingredient lists, ingredients don't lie, bitch. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. And that is the standard that I have on this channel. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the brand first, shall we? Fourth Ray Beauty is a low price point skincare brand with very cute packaging. Definitely caters itself more to like a younger skincare crowd, so teenagers to young adults. Because not gonna lie, when I saw the packaging, I was like, this shit is cute. Everything about their branding and marketing is just A+. Bravo. In addition, this brand prides itself on being a clean skincare line, which means they formulate without a lot of ingredients that they perceive to be really irritating to the face, which, you know, is debatable because in my experience, a lot of clean beauty brands tend to formulate with a lot of highly irritating ingredients, which, you know, Fourth Ray Beauty may or may not be guilty of. I am not revealing that until later in the video. One of the things I love about this brand though is that when you go to their website, they have an ingredient glossary, which basically means any of the ingredients that you see on their ingredient list, they have kind of like a dictionary to where you're able to go and see exactly what that ingredient does. I am pro education, whether or not I agree with a lot of your stances as a brand, because overall, I think it is critical that we are being way more mindful about what our skincare products are formulated with. This brand is also cruelty-free, vegan, the packaging is recyclable, and it is FSC approved for environmental responsibility, which is definitely really cool because that ensures that the way that they practice their sourcing and manufacturing is ethical and sustainable for the planet. The price of the products range from about $8 to $20, which is extremely affordable. Now, after doing a little bit of research and looking through the different products and their ingredient lists, I decided to purchase 2 different products, both of which I'm going to talk about my experience with and tell you what I think of the ingredient list. The first one being the Clean Slate Foaming Exfoliator. If you don't know, there are 2 main types of exfoliating methods. There's physical exfoliation and chemical exfoliation. Physical exfoliation is usually scrubs and polishes that we rub against our face to get rid of those dead skin cells. And then there's chemical exfoliation, acids that dissolve away the dead skin cells but also prevent against pigmentation, aging, and a bunch of different issues like that. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am definitely a fan of chemical exfoliation. I have never been a fan of physical exfoliation. However, I will say that powder exfoliants are where I am a bit more open-minded and willing to try. Now for the ingredient list. The ingredients that I was most intrigued by in this product are first kaolin clay, which is an amazing clay for getting rid of all the dirt and gunk on your skin. It really helps to extract that dirt from deep within your pores. And a lot of times can be overly drying to the face, but in this form, I think it doesn't really pose that big of a risk because it is a fast wash-off treatment. This also does include volcanic sand, which honestly, I'm not too sure how I feel about volcanic sand. I haven't seen a lot of research done on it. And when I see the word sand in a product, I get a little skeptical because I am like, you shouldn't be rubbing sand on your face. But after using the product and noticing like no abrasiveness whatsoever, I really don't think it's that big of an issue. This also includes glycolic acid and salicylic acid. Glycolic acid is one of the most powerful exfoliants. It goes deepest in the skin and exfoliates the dead skin cells off, while salicylic acid goes deep into our pores and helps to push out any of the dirt and oil clogging our pores. This duo is really good and I think really ideal for this type of product. Now for the ingredients I didn't like, this does include 2 different types of essential oils, eucalyptus oil and peppermint oil, both of which are highly irritating to the skin, specifically eucalyptus. However, because it is a wash-off treatment, I'm not too concerned, as essential oils are most problematic when they are left on the skin in a leave-on treatment like a serum or a moisturizer. This one caught my eye because it is a powder exfoliator, which basically means you add water, froth it up in your hand, and usually powder exfoliants will deliver a small micro polish experience, which basically means you feel like you're rubbing away at the dead skin cells, but it's nothing too abrasive like an actual scrub or polish. When I poured it out into my hand, not gonna lie, it looked like a substance of which name I'm not going to use on my channel because I don't want to get demonetized, but nonetheless can be found at every corporate level working class individual's office desk on a stressful week. Just getting that out of the way because it literally looks like the same thing. Now with most powder exfoliants, usually like you start applying it onto the face right away. When I poured this into my hand, I was like, oh hell no. It was like chunks of rocks. If they really think that I'm going to scrub this onto my face, they got me fucked up. But actually, I decided to just warm it up in my hand with some water, and I noticed that right away it turned into a foam, and there was no abrasiveness whatsoever, and when I applied it to my face, it gave me a very refreshed feeling. I did notice the strong essential oil scent when I was using this, but I don't really find that to be that big of a problem because it washed off right away, and I didn't smell any of the lingering scent afterwards. When I used this on my face, it was a very pleasant experience. I was actually really surprised. I could definitely tell that there were exfoliating ingredients in this because when I went and looked in the mirror afterwards, I was like, you know what, my skin looks glowy. It looks like I just exfoliated, but it didn't feel like I was stripping my skin or over exfoliating at all. Overall, my experience with this product was really positive. I don't have a lot of bad things to say. I enjoyed my use of it, and I have to say for the price point, this isn't a bad product to invest in at all. Now for the second product, which was the one I was most excited to try, it is the niacinamide serum. This is formulated at 10% niacinamide. If you aren't familiar with niacinamide, I literally do not shut the fuck up about it on my channel, but it's just such an amazing ingredient because it combats so many different types of problems within the skin. It helps to reduce oiliness and sebum production, so if you do have oily skin, it's definitely an ingredient that I would recommend using. It also works really well to reduce pigmentation and get rid of dark spots and acne scars on the skin. It also is a good antioxidant, but is very stable. By being exposed to air and light, it's not going to go bad quickly. Now, I have seen a lot of people talk about how this is like one of their only products that they actually like from Fourth Ray Beauty, so I was really intrigued to try it. Looking at the ingredient list, I was pleasantly surprised to see that niacinamide is the second ingredient, which means you aren't getting like a lot of filler ingredients that don't really serve a purpose. It's also formulated with sodium hyaluronate, which is a concentrated form of hyaluronic acid, which really helps to absorb moisture from the air into your skin, as well as licorice root extract, which is a great antioxidant and really good for reducing irritation and sensitivity on your skin. Now, one of the main reasons I bought this serum is because I loved the ingredient list. It was very simplistic, no fragrance or essential oils. In addition, it was only $15, which isn't that bad for a serum, but I do have to say right away, one thing I didn't like about it is that when I saw this bottle, I was like, yes, glass packaging, I am all about it. Environmental sustainability and reusability, I'm living for this. And then when I got it, I found out that ASMR. It's plastic packaging, which I was kind of disappointed with. Not that I'm really holding that against the brand, but I do know a lot of 10% niacinamide serums, like The Ordinary, the one right behind me, that come in glass packaging, and most serums like this I find usually come in glass packaging instead of plastic. But you know, I'm not gonna hold it against the brand too much because it is recyclable. Now, I was most excited to use the serum, but I will say I wasn't extremely impressed by the experience. Right away, when I used this on my skin, I found that it was really lightweight and absorbed into the skin pretty quickly. You do have to use a lot. I would use a full vial for my entire face. But right away, I noticed that like a minute after putting it on my face, my skin was extremely tacky. Like very, very tacky. Like when I would put my fingers, it's like I'm not crazy about the stickiness, especially since most of the time I follow up with my sunscreen powder. And when there's a little bit of stickiness left on the skin, sometimes the powder will cling to certain areas of the face and it just doesn't look good. Now, was this a lightweight serum? Absolutely. And did I notice good results as far as oil production goes throughout the day? Yeah, I noticed my skin was less oily, nothing revolutionary, but it did help with my skin. However, for the amount of tackiness and stickiness left over, something that I have not experienced with other niacinamide serums, it wasn't really my favorite. And in my personal opinion, I would recommend the Ordinary niacinamide serum instead. That one's also formulated with zinc and just doesn't leave behind stickiness afterwards, which I personally appreciate, and it's a lower price point in glass packaging. Now that I've talked about those two products, I do want to talk about some of the other products because I know you guys have been requesting me to review the face milks and the face oils, and I want to talk about why I didn't purchase those products. When I saw the different types of face milks, like the watermelon face milk, the matcha face milk, I was really intrigued and I was like, ooh, ooh, I really want to try it. But as soon as I went to the ingredient list, I found that they were formulated with a lot of essential oils at very high concentrations. I feel like I say this in every single video, but if you don't know my stance on fragrance and essential oils, check out my video in the description box below. Essential oils can be highly irritating to the skin and can cause a lot of problems in the long run. And personally, I don't recommend using products with essential oils on your skin. In addition, the face milks do contain mica, which honestly, mica doesn't really serve a purpose other than just to be really pretty and offer like a shimmering appearance. But for the price point, I'm worried about how sustainably sourced the mica is, because mica has had a huge issue with being sourced through slave labor. And personally, with the uselessness that mica has in skincare products, I personally just try to avoid products that are formulated with mica. Now for the face oils, there were a lot of face oils that definitely were intriguing to me, specifically like the strawberry seed oil, because I was like, wow, these oils are really strong antioxidants and really good for hydrating the face. However, when I went to these face oils and I looked at the ingredient list, they literally only include the one ingredient. So for example, the strawberry seed oil, it only included strawberry seed oil, which may seem like a good thing to some people, but I saw it as problematic because, first of all, these oils don't include any type of preservative. And when it comes to effective skincare ingredients, you need preservatives to make sure that the ingredient stays as concentrated and fresh as long as possible. And when it comes specifically to fruit seed oils or fruit extracts and antioxidants specifically, they are known for being highly unstable when it comes to light exposure and air exposure. And usually you need a pretty good amount of preservatives to make sure that these ingredients stay effective. They're probably gonna go bad within the first day to week that you use them. I think Fourth Ray Beauty is trying to go towards the more clean route with less ingredients, but less doesn't always mean more. And in this situation specifically, you're not going to see the benefits that you could see from other products with good preservatives. And this leads me to my overall thoughts of the brand as a whole. I do appreciate this brand because of the low price points, the effort they do make to make sure that all of their products are recyclable, as well as the education that they provide to consumers and their effort to be clean. However, I do have some problems with the use of essential oils. I am not a fan of essential oils at all. Like I said before, they tend to be highly irritating to the face. In addition, I do want to shout out Fourth Ray Beauty for being very transparent about their fragrance ingredients. I would much rather have a brand list out the essential oils in a product than categorize them all under the word fragrance, because if we see the word fragrance on an ingredient list, it could be one ingredient, it could be 1,000 ingredients. We have no idea. Is it a bad brand? Absolutely not. Do I think there are better options out there? Definitely. However, if you are someone who's looking to explore the world of skincare without having to pay a lot of money and you don't really care about fragrant ingredients, I definitely think this is a good brand to start with because they are affordable, really cute, and seem to be responsible in a lot of ways. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear what your thoughts are of this brand. I know you guys will have so many thoughts and opinions because of how many times this brand has been requested on my channel. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.